Hi, good morning, Americans, and good evening, fellow Indians. Let me introduce, I am Dr. G. Ananda, Vice President of Anthropological Association for Humankind. Today, my presentation paper Self-Learning Material for Life Skills Education with Integration of Academic Courses and Anthropological Approach. See, you life skills, the learning, self-learning material is required for a youth to learn to educate himself and educating others. Self-learning material, it is a material for non-attending of any colleges and schools. He can learn himself to get himself learning to be a learned person to youth and development. As per the Indian Constitution, the learning things to be together with integration of academic courses. Learning and development is a process for the development of any of the youth. These days, our youth are going to the school, going to the colleges, middle level, one way the other reasons they are dropping out. There may be financial, there may be cause of the non-availability of the schooling system. The integration, the self-learning material, he can study himself by sitting at home or working with, is both learning and development. He can learn by doing employment. He can learn by working. He can learn by visiting different tourism places. These days, youth are adamantly going to the different wrong things by using of alcoholic, telling of lies, and many other things because it is the youth has been attracted by the illegal activities rather than the good activities. If he wants his self-learning material, he can study himself by learning and knowing the human rights, the rights of the child, the rights of himself, the rights for others. If it is the same thing, it will be continued. The youth can be the model role of to the development of the nation, to the development of the world. And the youth, there is a UN convention. In the UN convention, it has defined what is the youth, what is the development. Skill, the abilities to educate. The UN Commission on the Rights of the Child expressing the right of each child, Article 28, and the responsibility of the governments and to ensure that the disabled children receive quality of education, Article 23. This is reinforced by the UN Convention on the Rights of the Persons with disabilities, which places education for all. Global Monitoring Report 2007 estimated that 1/3 of the 77 million of the children still out of the school for one way the other reason. Fewer than 10% of the disabled children in sub-Saharan Africa attend school, UNESCO 2006. The report recommends that inclusive education should be a top priority if government wants to achieve the target of education for all. Life skill education is a basic learning need for all young people. It will help the young people to empower the challenging situation, various skills, leadership responsibilities, communication, intellectual capacity, self-esteem, interpersonal skill extends maximum level if it is practicing effectively among the youth. We need to create life skill education as the cornerstone for various youth program, and effective implementation strategy will help the practice in their lives. Specific activities like leadership, communication, interaction, understanding, self-making decision with groups, socialization, etc. added to the quality of youth. Youth, what is youth? Who are the youth? Who are the youth? Youth are considered as the most productive members of the society, their physical and intellectual capacity. But it is sad to recognize that some of the youth are unable to utilize their potential and is an appropriate way due to lack of guidance and motivation. Nowadays, a large number of youth engaged in anti-social activities to create a lot of social problems like alcoholism, drug abuse, sexual abuse, smoking, etc. These habits deteriorate their physical and intellectual capabilities and also seem to be burden to the society. Youths are engaged in many antisocial activities adversely affecting other members of the society. These high risk behavior affecting society at large extent. These are the challenges requires immediate and effective response from a socially responsible system of education. In this context, it requires life skill education. Life skill education is the continuous learning system without going and attending to the college or a school. The life skill is an advantage of the society as a children, those who are unable to go formal school system. The self-learning material which can be learned himself by studying open and distance education mode. By self-learning material, once it is achieved, accepted, integrated, then he can be coming to the formal system. Life skill education is a way of developing his physically, mentally and even financially. If once the children go to the school, he need to pay the college fees, etc. But here it is only for he can get the material, self-learning material by way of the open universities in India. In open university at the international or National Institute of Open Schooling in India, it is widely spreading to the various accreditation institutions where you can get the self-learning material by payment of minimum fees of the concerned subject. If the self-learning material, he can continuously, he can learn and he can complete the course even compartmentally. If for example, if he can have there is 5 subjects in a course, he can complete 2 subjects in first semester or first year, and he can complete within 3 years like all subjects. So he can get the same degree. That is, self-learning material is the useful for many people by way of studying self-learning material. Self-learning material, there are forms of available textbooks, there are forms of available software, there are forms are available by drawings or pictures or small video clips. Self-learning material for life skills education with academic course and anthropological approach. Let me see what is anthropology. Anthropology means the study of man by sociological aspects and biological aspects. The education comes under sociological aspects. Education one need to the development by various integrated procedure. Anthropology is bring sociological approach, physiological approach and psychological approach, economics, finance, architecture, anything it is on the mode of the anthropology. Anthropological approach with integration of sociological approach. Sociological approach is behind the nation and behind the world. It will be development himself and for others. Anthropology, the study of man by sociological and biological aspects, the theory of a Darwin theory, evolution of the man. By sociological aspects, the Morgan evolution theory, the early man, it is a early man, then it comes savagery. In savagery, there is a lower savagery, middle savagery, upper savagery. After that, there is a civilization. In civilization, there is a lower, middle and technology and various development. Now anthropology is the study of the individuals, study of the societies, study of the groups. It all includes an anthropology. The anthropology is an integration or integrated approach for the development of the nation in the world. It is a global. Thank you for your attention. Have a good day. All the best.